Are you ready for this? We're diving into something pretty big today.
Yeah.
CRPC. It could seriously change like everything. Think of it as a truth serum for, the wild west of decentralized systems, especially AI.
Right, right. When it comes to AI, I think things are about to get a lot more honest.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really interesting because we're talking about building trust in a place with no single authority.
Yeah, no sheriff in town.
Exactly. No sheriff in town, nobody calling the shot.
Right. Like, think Wikipedia. Anyone can contribute. Right.
Yeah.
It's totally different from the old days. Like Encyclopedia Britannica.
Right.
With like a team of experts.
Deciding what's what. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that whole shift to decentralization, it's exploding everywhere. Cryptocurrencies, social media platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Things like Mastodon, even how we use AI to, make things and consume information.
Totally. But okay, here's the thing. How do you know if you can trust what you're seeing or using in a decentralized system, right? Like if there's no company or government in charge, who's making sure everyone's playing fair?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And that is where CRPC comes in.
CRPC, that stands for?
It stands for Commit Reveal Pairwise Comparison Protocol.
Okay, so that sounds a little intimidating.
Yeah, but don't let the name scare you off.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not going to get all mathy,
Right.
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
It's like a secret handshake between computers.
Right.
Where they can double-check each other's work and, basically call out anyone trying to cheat.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It establishes trust in a way that was practically impossible before.
Yeah.
In decentralized systems.
Okay, so let's break this down a little bit.
Sure.
The kind of magic of CRPC is in something called pairwise comparisons, which sounds really fancy.
It does sound fancy, doesn't it?
But you do this all the time.
You do, actually. It's really just comparing two things, like choosing between restaurants. You look at the menu, maybe some reviews, how close they are. That's a pairwise comparison to see, which one you like better.
I never thought about it like that. So CRPC takes that simple idea and applies it to computers and AI.
Precisely. Let's say, for example, you have a bunch of people predicting tomorrow's news headlines, kind of like on that website, tmr.news.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so you've got all these predictions. How do you figure out who got it right?
Yeah, how do you?
Well, you compare their guess to the actual headline.
Right.
Using something called cosine similarity.
Okay.
Which gives you a score. And the closer the score is to 1, the more similar the prediction was.
So it's like, how close were you? Game for news junkies.
Yeah.
But with computers doing the judging.
That's a great way to put it.
I love it.
And CRPC can take that idea and apply it to way more complicated things.
Yeah.
Imagine 2 different AIs, each generating an image of a magic potion, like a bubbling, colorful potion.
Yeah.
CRPC can analyze those images.
Wow.
And tell you how similar they are, down to the smallest detail.
So we're talking about comparing whole images.
Yes.
Made by AI.
Made by AI.
That's next level.
It is. And that's just scratching the surface. CRPC can be used for tons of stuff, making sure data is accurate, making sure AI is doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Okay, I can know. How does this actually work?
Okay.
Walk us through it, but no tech jargon, please.
Okay, deal. So think of CRPC like a recipe with 10 steps.
I like where this is going.
All right, so first you have your ingredients. That's the task that needs to be done, like creating an image, writing a song, whatever.
Right, that task.
Then you have your chefs.
Chefs.
Yeah, think of them as a bunch of computers, or nodes, as they're called.
Okay, so we got ingredients, we got chefs.
Yeah.
What's next?
So each chef works on the recipe independently.
Okay.
So they all come up with their own version of the final product. Let's stick with that potion image.
Okay, yeah.
Each chef makes their own unique potion.
Gotcha. So we've got a bunch of different potions brewing.
Exactly.
Now what?
Now comes the commit reveal part.
Oh, commit reveal.
Yeah. So to stop the chefs from peeking at each other's work, they each make a secret commitment based on their potion.
Okay.
It's like they're locking their potion in a box.
Clever. So they're all saying I made something, but nobody knows what's in the box yet.
Right.
I like it.
What happens next is they all reveal their commitments.
Okay.
So basically shouting out, hey, I've got a potion in a box.
Right.
This makes sure everyone's participating. No one's slacking off.
So it's like saying, I did the work.
Yeah.
But not actually showing the work.
Exactly.
Okay, what's the next step?
Now things get really interesting all the chefs reveal their actual potion images.
Did he open the boxes?
They open the boxes. And this is where those pairwise comparisons kick in.
So they're comparing, like, each potion image
Yeah.
to all the others
Yeah.
to see how similar or different they are.
Exactly. They use a special algorithm to calculate a similarity score
Right.
between each pair of images. Remember, the closer to one, the more identical they are.
Yeah, okay, so we've got all these scores, but what do we do with them? Like, how do we know if the chefs did a good job?
Right. That's where the acceptable error threshold comes in.
Oh, acceptable error threshold. That sounds important.
It is. It's like saying, okay, we know the potions won't be exactly the same, but they have to be at least this similar to count.
Right.
This threshold is decided beforehand based on the task.
Got it. So if the score is above the threshold, we can, like, trust the results.
Exactly.
What if it's below?
That's where those dispute points come in.
Dispute points.
Yeah. See, CRPC is designed to catch potential problems
Okay.
at several points if something seems off. Like if a chef is taking way too long or a similarity score is way too low, it triggers a dispute.
So it's like a built-in alarm system.
Yeah.
Always on the lookout for, like, inconsistencies or cheating.
Exactly. Like having a whole team of digital detectives, making sure everything's legit.
I love it. That's awesome. So this ability to spot inconsistencies, this is one of the big strengths of CRPC.
It is. It lets us build trust in a decentralized system, even when there's no central authority to, keep things in check.
This is seriously blowing my mind. Okay, so let's talk about what this means in the real world.
Yeah, let's get practical.
How could CRPC actually impact our lives? Give us some examples.
Okay, sure. So imagine you need a new logo for your business.
All right, I'm picturing this. I tell the AI, I need a logo for my bakery, something cute and whimsical.
Okay, I like it.
What happens next?
So with CRPC, instead of relying on a single AI,
Uh-huh.
you could have multiple AIs generate logos independently.
Mm.
Then CRPC would verify that the AIs followed your instructions and that their designs are sufficiently similar.
So it's like making sure they all understood my request.
Yeah.
And they actually delivered something that, like, meets my criteria.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to sift through hundreds of AI-generated logos,
Oof. Yeah. No, thank you.
hoping to find one that's even close to what you wanted.
That's amazing.
Right. CRPC basically helps to guarantee that the AI outputs are not only creative, but also reliable and trustworthy.
So it takes the guesswork out of using AI.
Yeah, exactly.
That is awesome. I can see this being used for so many things. Writing music, generating code, even creating, like, personalized education materials.
Absolutely. And it's not just about AI.
Okay.
Think about decentralized services like ride sharing or food delivery.
All right, so instead of relying on, like, Uber or DoorDash,
Right.
we could have a decentralized network of drivers and restaurants,
Yeah,
all connected directly to customers.
exactly. And with CRPC,
Yeah.
you could ensure fair pricing, reliable service, and even verify that the food you ordered is actually what you received.
No more soggy fries
No more soggy fries.
or late-night delivery fiascos.
I know, right?
This all sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing there are some limitations, right? Like, CRPC can't be a magic bullet that solves all the problems of decentralization.
You're right. It's not a magic bullet. There are definitely some things to consider.
Okay.
Like, remember that acceptable error threshold we talked about?
Yeah.
What if all the nodes,
Right.
those chefs in our analogy,
Uh,
what if they're all wrong in the same way?
Like, what if they all messed up the recipe a little bit,
Yeah,
but their potions still end up looking similar?
exactly.
The system wouldn't flag it as a problem.
Right. CRPC is great at spotting inconsistencies,
Yeah.
but it can't guarantee that the results are actually correct.
So it's like, if all your friends told you the sky was green,
Uh-huh.
you might start to believe them,
Right.
even though they're all wrong.
Exactly. That's a great analogy.
Okay, so CRPC can tell us if everyone agrees, but not if everyone's right.
Yeah.
That's kind of a head scratcher.
It is. It is.
Are there any other, like, limitations we should know about?
Well, there's the issue of collusion.
Collusion.
Yeah. What if those nodes decided to team up and cheat the system?
Ooh, shady chefs working together.
Yeah.
To rig the competition. I could see how that could throw a wrench in things.
Yeah. In its basic form, CRPC doesn't have a built-in solution for that.
Right.
It relies on the idea that nodes are incentivized to, act honestly, and that the network is large and diverse enough to make collusion really difficult.
So it's like hoping that in a big group of chefs,
Yeah.
at least some of them will want to play all the rules.
Yeah.
And it'll be hard for the cheaters to, like, organize a big conspiracy.
Precisely. It's about using the power of decentralization to make the system more robust.
Okay, so CRPC isn't perfect,
Right.
but it's still like a huge step forward. It's like laying the foundation for a whole new way of building trust in a decentralized world.
I agree.
And what's exciting is that it's not like a finished product.
Right.
It's a building block.
That's what's so fascinating about this technology. The source material mentioned, there's a proposed network called Inori
Inori, okay.
and a consensus mechanism called Byzantine risk tolerance, or BRT.
BRT, got it.
These are ideas for like how to build upon CRPC,
Okay.
adding in things like incentives and, ways to resolve disputes.
So we're taking that basic recipe
Yeah.
for pairwise comparisons and adding all sorts of like delicious spices and flavors to make it even better.
Exactly. And the possibilities, I mean, they're pretty much endless.
Right.
Like imagine a future where we can verify the accuracy of news articles using CRPC.
Whoa, that would be huge.
I know, right?
Or ensure that like scientific findings haven't been tampered with.
Yeah.
We could actually start to trust the information we see online again.
Yeah.
No more fake news
No more fake news.
or manipulated data.
It's a vision worth striving for.
It is.
And CRPC could be a key ingredient in making that vision a reality.
I'm feeling super optimistic about the future now.
Me too.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
The idea that CRPC could change how we interact with AI.
Right.
Can you expand on that?
Sure. So right now, AI is mostly controlled by, big tech companies. They develop the algorithms, they train the models, they decide how we get to use them.
And that can be a bit unnerving.
It can be.
It's like giving a small group of people an incredibly powerful tool
Yeah.
and hoping they use it for good.
Right.
What if CRPC could help us, like, democratize AI?
That's precisely the idea. Imagine a world where anyone could access and utilize AI
Okay.
without having to go through those gatekeepers.
I'm really trying to wrap my head around this. Paint me a picture. What would that look like?
Okay, so think of it like this. You have an idea for a new product, maybe a self-cleaning water bottle or a robot that folds your laundry.
I would love that.
Right. So currently, you would need a ton of resources and expertise to even begin developing something like that.
Yeah, not to mention like a team of engineers and a whole lot of funding.
Exactly. It's pretty much impossible for the average person to create something truly innovative.
Yeah.
But with CRPC, you could potentially crowdsource the development of your product. You could break down the task into like smaller chunks.
Okay.
And then have a decentralized network of, AI developers, designers, engineers, all contributing their skills and ideas.
So instead of relying on a single company or small team, you'd have a whole community of talented people
Exactly.
working together to like bring your vision to life.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And CRPC would ensure that everyone is contributing quality work, that the designs are consistent with your original vision, and that the final product is something truly unique and groundbreaking.
Whoa, that would be incredible. It's like Kickstarter, but for invention.
Yeah.
CRPC could like unleash a wave of creativity and innovation never seen before. It's like the Renaissance 2.0.
I love it. And that's what's so exciting about exploring these emerging technologies, right? We're not just talking about like incremental improvement.
Right.
We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we create, collaborate, and build trust in a decentralized world.
I am so here for this.
I am too.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
We've gone from comparing news headlines to imagining a future where like anyone can create groundbreaking inventions.
I know, right?
With the help of AI and CRPC.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is. And it all starts with this, simple yet powerful idea.
Pairwise comparison?
Yeah.
Who knew that comparing two things could lead to such a profound transformation?
It just goes to show sometimes the most revolutionary ideas are hiding in plain sight, but it takes a curious mind and a willingness to, explore the unknown.
Absolutely.
To uncover their true potential. So what does this all mean? What are the big takeaways?
So I think we've learned that CRPC is like a trust protocol for a world where, power and information are becoming increasingly decentralized.
Yeah.
It's about harnessing the wisdom of the crowd, or in this case, the wisdom of the network to ensure accuracy, fairness, reliability.
Right.
Imagine a world where you can trust the output of an AI, knowing that it's been like independently verified by a network of its peers.
Yeah.
That's the potential of CRPC.
That's pretty amazing. Sounds like we're on the verge of a major shift.
I think so.
In how we think about trust and collaboration.
Instead of relying on, central authorities, we could build systems that are like transparent, accountable, and truly democratic.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty darn exciting.
It is exciting.
This has been an incredible deep dive into CRPC.
I agree.
We've explored the mechanics, the possibilities, the potential pitfalls.
Yeah.
But, most importantly, I think we've all come away with a renewed sense of hope
I hope so.
and excitement for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just remember, even the most complex systems are built upon simple ideas.
Yeah.
And sometimes all it takes is a fresh perspective and a willingness to, explore the unknown.
Right.
To turn those ideas into something truly extraordinary.
I love it. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I feel like we've only scratched the surface here
Yeah.
of what CRPC could do.
Yeah, we really have.
It's like we've opened a door to a whole new world.
I know. It is. It's exciting.